Hey everybody, Joseph Smith here at the Brevard County Veterans Memorial Center, Merritt Island, Florida. I just wanted to take a short moment of your time, share a little bit about my story. Hopefully, it would be a story of encouragement, desire, and overcome. You know, I'm a former and continuing cancer patient, victim, recovery. You know, uh, our particular cancer, colon cancer, is genetic. In my family, we have had nearly 13 members, direct related or distant cousins, uncles, aunts. Anyway, I'm the oldest, 59, as of today, anyway. Um, and my background, myself, and my family's history. I was born in 1956. My dad was originally diagnosed with colon cancer in 62, so it makes me 6 years old when my dad was first diagnosed with cancer. During my childhood, and my dad had multiple surgeries. And, thankfully, my family supported our, we had friends, neighbors, I call them family, that were there to help and support my immediate family and my mom, my sisters, visited, stayed with my dad. And he did come through the surgeries, but over his lifetime, he had numerous different surgeries, numerous cancers, tumors, And unfortunately, in 1999, my father passed away at a very young age. He was 66. So I'm fairly familiar when it comes to colon cancer and the treatments and that kind of thing. So growing up in that environment, I had already made my mind up that when, in fact, I was ever diagnosed with colon cancer, I had a predetermined idea of what I was going to do. In fact, my first surgery was in 1986. At the age of 19, they found a tumor, and they removed it, and fortunately, that's all it was needed, just a surgery. So then in, in 2006, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. And I would have to say it wasn't necessarily an act of denial. I knew, knowing my family history, knowing the genetics of the cancer in my family, and the percentage of having cancer in my family, already having a predetermined mindset as to what I was going to do, diagnosed with cancer. I would say I accepted that. It wasn't a fact of denial. It wasn't a fact of not knowing. I more or less knew, But the doctor at the time, took me in, shared with me, and basically told me I was a walking dead man if I didn't do something about it. My response was, knowing the treatments that my father went through and some of my other family members went through, the surgeries, the chemos, the radiations, that I had predetermined quality of life. And I had peace of mind with quality of life. The doctor again insisted, said with the new procedures and everything, and I had persisted that I was very active. I was not going to live with the side effects or the option of an ileostomy, having your colon removed and having a ileostomy for the rest of my life. So we had a special talk, the doctor and I, I told him, this is what I want, this is what I desire, and if we can't do the procedure as described, which was a simple J-pouch procedure, then my response was, leave me alone. Let me live out my life, quality of life. And thankfully, some doctors say they are the best. Some doctors like to beat on their chest. Some doctors have egos. I was blessed. I did have the best. Dr. Wexner at the Cleveland Clinic in Lauderdale, Winston, Florida. I couldn't have selected or had the best doctor in the world. In fact, he took me in and grabbed me actually by the shoulders, described the procedure, and followed up with a fairly confident statement. And he said, Joseph, I want you to rest assured that if I cannot do the procedure as described, you can be fully confident that there's not another doctor on this planet who could do the procedure. And after hearing that statement and having peace of mind of that statement, I accepted this option. And I am so blessed, so thankful that I listened. Okay, and in saying that, I want to give some further background. I've been self-employed all my life, with the exception of the 11 and so years that I was in the Air Force. I got out, realized my training and that I had received in the Air Force was not accredited. I started my own business, 1987. I've been self-employed from 1987 to 2006. In 2006, with the surgeries, the medical condition, we lost unemployed, self-employed, right? I'm the sole breadwinner. We were facing the reality, losing everything. Losing our house, closed our job, lost our business, and facing the unknown. And I'm here to tell you today that you're not alone. I wasn't alone then, I'm not alone now. But I didn't realize that. And I was at the brink of despair. I never understood why somebody would necessarily take their lives. I never understood the rationale in suicide. But at that moment, I realized. I actually thought I was worth more dead than alive to my family. That was the solution that I was considering. I had a couple of $100,000 worth of life insurance on myself. In the event that something happened, my family would be taken care of. I actually thought of that. I was sitting on the edge of my bed. I had a 9 millimeter, I had a 9 millimeter Glock loaded. I was fixing to make that decision. The Spirit of the Lord reached out to a very close friend, Louis Johnson, lives in Dallas, Texas. Didn't have a clue. Didn't know what I was about to do. But the Spirit of the Lord touched his heart. He called. That moment in time, when I was on the end of my bed with a 9 millimeter fixing to blow my head off. And he reached out to me. And he conveyed that the Lord had touched his spirit. Spirit had told him, I'm fixing to do something very stupid. And his spirit one of love, one of strength, one of empowerment, that I was special in the Lord's eye, that I had a purpose in life, and that I have not fulfilled that purpose. And for me not to do anything stupid. And that day, I rededicated myself to that purpose. And that purpose is to make a positive impact on as many people as I possibly can. That day is to be a inspiration of encouragement to anyone who is sitting in that same position. Your life is special. God gave you a purpose in life. You're not alone. You never have been alone. You never will be alone. I'm posting this. I'd like for everyone to share this. If you need a friend, reach out. You have a friend here. I'll be your friend. You're not alone. And in saying that, I ask you to continue to bless the veterans of our foreign wars, to give them the strength, to give them the empowerment, to give them the love they deserve. I appreciate your time. God bless you all. God bless America. Thank you.